BBC Radio 2. 10 to the top.
Steve Maggs is our first contestant in Southminster in Essex. Welcome, Steve. Nice to have you on 10 to the top.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Not many people know this, and not many people can say this. Your band's first performance was on the Generation Game. How did that happen?
It was. Our drummer and his mother-in-law were going to be on the show, and I think when the researchers were talking to the mother-in-law, she was sort of saying, "Oh, Sean, my mate, is going to be in a band," but we hadn't played anywhere yet. We was just rehearsing over the local rugby club. Researchers thought it'd be a good idea to get the rest of us all up to London to Television Centre, and then when he actually started with Jim Davidson, the curtain came up and we was all standing there ready to go, and then we played Oasis song, Rock and Roll Star.
An absolute classic.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, did he win anything?
He did. He won the show. Yeah.
Oh wow, nice.
But I don't think he took the holiday. I think he took all the money.
Fair enough.
So,
and you've got some big walks you want to do on your bucket list.
yeah, I'd like to do the Three Peaks at some point. I do enjoy walking.
Perfect. Let me ask you this. How
Yeah.
long does it take you to walk in or bed in your hiking boots, if you wear hiking boots?
Not too long. Maybe a couple of treks out. Maybe a few smaller ones to start with, because you don't want to put new boots on and then do a great big trek and then end up with all blisters. So yeah, I'd say a couple of smaller walks, and they're normally all right then.
You get used to them, don't you? You get used to your old school walking boots, and I think hikers and outdoor people, they're very tentative when it comes to swapping shoes.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of choice. My last pair, we finished a walk and literally the whole sole of one of them just fell off in the car park. So yeah, I had no choice.
If you're in a band, you got decent music knowledge, Steve?
Possibly.
All right, fair enough. Don't say any more. I get it.
No.
All right, Steve, let's do this. Steve Maggs in Southminster. Okay. This is your run on 10 to the top. Good luck.
To the top on Radio 2.
For 1 point, the karaoke classic Suspicious Minds first appeared on the chart in 1969 when it was performed by which male music icon?
Elvis.
It was Elvis Aaron Presley, yes, well done. Right, for 2 points, on their debut hit in the late 80s, which group asked the question, "When will I be famous?"
Ross.
Yes.
I took my little sister to go and watch them at Wembley Arena.
Perfect.
Many moons ago.
Perfect.
Yep.
For 3 points, here's your first piece of music. One of the most influential tracks from the disco era climbed into this week's top 5 in 1979. But what's the title of this classic by Chic?
It's getting late. Time marches on. Just can't wait. The clock keeps turning. Why hesitate? You silly fool. You can't change your fate.
Good Times.
It is Good Times, and that gets you 3 points. For 4 points...
I don't know where that came from.
Well done. We like it. Reggae star Pat O'Banton spent a month at number 1 in 1994 with a song that had previously topped the chart in the 60s for The Equals. Name that tune, please.
Baby Come Back.
It was. We are flying. This is your 5th question, which is 5-pointer. The mid-90s dance anthems Dreamer, Don't Stop Moving and Follow the Rules were all top 10 entries for a band or group called Living What?
Colour.
Living Joy was Dreamer.
No.
Unlucky for a point. Still got your joker to play. Name the group, please, with a flamboyant frontman called Lee John, whose chart debut was a 1981 single called Body Talk.
Imagination.
Yeah. Gets you a point. We're up and running again. This is worth 2. All Together Now was the title of a top 5 hit in December 1990 for which Liverpudlian band?
The Farm.
Yep. That's a 2-pointer. It was The Farm. This is worth 3. Complete the title of this big 2007 hit by Rihanna It was called Shut Up and what?
Dance.
Shut Up and Drive. For a point, here's your second piece of music. This euphoric anthem from the year 2000 is an instrumental called Sandstorm. It's by a DJ producer from Finland who's celebrating his birthday. Who is he, please?
I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Oh, it was Darude.
No. Not even when you said it.
Oh, never mind. Last one's worth 2 points because we're playing your joker. You've got a pretty decent score so far. If you get these 2 points, it would just give it a proper nudge. In what year did the comedian Harry Enfield appear in the top 5 with his novelty song, Loads of Money?
No. 1992.
It was 1988. Hey, Steve, no bother, because you scored 13 points.
Right, okay.
That's a good one. Don't
Thank
be
you.
disappointed. That's a good score. Trust me, Steve, that's a good score. Let's welcome Nigel Chapman, who's got, well, it's quite an uphill struggle. He got 13 to beat, and recently on 10 to the top. 13 is a darned good score. Steve sounded a little bit disappointing, but I don't think he should be. Nigel, let's see how you do. You lived in Portugal for quite a while.
Lived there for a while, yeah. I sort of went over there in March 2020, just before lockdown happened, and it wasn't really a big thing at the time. It was sort of, there's something going on. And sort of got stuck out there, so had to register and sort of live out there for sort of 6-9 months. So, but it was really good. It was sunny, lovely.
I bet.
Yeah.
In reflection, to be stuck out in Portugal whilst all hell was breaking loose here, to be in the sunshine. I mean, albeit it was a lovely summer that year.
Yeah.
You moved to the countryside in the last couple of years. How's that transition?
That's what. Yeah, I was living in London, and it is a big transition. Sort of retired a few years ago, and it is quieter. But I like London as well. But it's okay out here in Dorset. It's lovely.
Have you got yourself a lovely lawnmower?
I've got one of those sit-down tractors, which
Talk to me.
I know. Well, when you fall off it, which I have done a couple of times, that's a bit of a problem. And when it sort of breaks down and it's stuck, you have to lift it up. It's a bit like lifting up a motorbike. So it's heavy, but doable.
Hang on.
Doable, yeah.
Wait, Nigel, how did you fall off a ride-on lawnmower?
Probably because I went up an incline didn't get the angles right, you see.
I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at the scenario and the situation, because as soon as someone describes something like that, you envision it, and I can just see you doing a wheelie and rolling off the back of the tractor.
It's not that quick.
Well, let's move swiftly on. You should. You've got 13 to beat. Are you ready, Nigel?
Yep. Yeah, I am.
All right, here we go. Big Nigel Chapman in Wimborne. This is your run on 10 to the top. Complete the title, please, of this Shakin' Stevens #1 from 1981. It was called This Old What?
House.
It was. We're up and running. You've got a point. This Old House. This one's worth 2. I'm Too Sexy was the 1991 chart debut for which act?
Right, said Fred.
It was Right, said Fred. Yes, for 3 points. Faith No More had over a dozen UK top 40 entries in the 90s, but this remake of a Commodore's classic was their biggest. What's the title, please?
I wanna be high, so high. I wanna be free to know the things I do alright. I wanna be free.
No, I can't get it. Can't think.
Easy. It's why I'm easy. For a point. Name the famous soul group who sang about the midnight train to Georgia on their 1976 hit.
Gladys Knight and the Pips.
It was indeed, yes, perfect for 2 points. Right, think about this one, please. Which member of One Direction collaborated with Sia on the huge 2017 song Dusk Till Dawn?
It'll have to be a guess. Harry Styles.
No, it was Zayn. For a point. Close to the Edit was the title of a 1985 top 10 single by the studio-based production group known as The Art of what?
Noise.
Yes. For 2 points. Video games in 2011. Born to Die in 2012. And Summertime Sadness in 2013 were all UK hits for which American female musician?
No, Taylor Swift.
Lana Del Rey. For a point. Your year question is this. In what year did Queen first appear on the singles chart with the karaoke classic Don't Stop Me Now?
1980.
Oh, guess what?
1 year out.
Yes. It was 1979, Nigel.
Yeah.
Unlucky. All right, here is a piece of music. I'm going to play you a climber from this week in 1988. It was written, produced and performed by a 17-year-old star. But can you identify her, please?
There was no reason, there was no reason, just a foolish beat of my heart. I can never love again.
No, I did. Debbie Gibson.
Yes!
Oh.
It was Debbie Gibson. Perfect. Well done. This one's worth 4 because we're playing your joker on a 2-pointer. The biggest UK hit for the Doobie Brothers was a 1993 dance remix of which of their songs originally released 20 years earlier?
I think it's got music in it. Can't stop the music.
It was the other one. It was Long Train Running. Nigel, you scored 6 points.
Yep.
Not bad, that. Nigel, your questions were a little bit tricky. I mean, Zayn, I would have never got. Debbie Gibson was a tricky one, but you got that. Long Train Running. Yeah, well done. It gets you the coffee mug, though, Nigel.
Excellent.
Yeah, Steve, you get the smart speaker.
Thank you very much. That's very nice.
Well done.
Yeah, well
played.
done, Nigel.
Yeah, well done to you. Well done.
But well done to you both, and thank you very much for playing. If you want to play those questions again, and you've got a smart speaker, then just rewind to 10:30. Say, Alexa, ask BBC Sounds to rewind to 10:30 a.m. And if you want to give the quiz a go after midnight, say, Alexa, ask BBC Sounds to play 10 to the top.
10 to the top on Radio 2.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.